Hey guys, welcome to the Vault. It is the Views from Vault crew. We are back with another edition of Keepers, Sleepers, and Weepers. Probably got it out of order, but June 25th.
You got it right.
I got it right. Okay, all right.
Bingo.
All right.
Bingo.
So we got the usual suspects in the house: Leon, Pierre, Jason, and Munfu. So Pierre, take it away.
The whole crew back in one room.
I know it's been a while, right?
It was a skeleton crew yesterday.
Bro.
Today we're all back. I mean, all kinds of wild stuff going on here. I know Jason was on the road. Andre had a power outage, and
I was like, when I tell you, I wanted to see what my face looked like when I was mid-sentence, and then all of a sudden I was like, what the fuck? I didn't.
Yeah, you were frozen for a while.
Because there's no lights on and stuff, you know. I just like all of a sudden I'm like, wait, there's no internet, and
yeah, you can't make it up, man. You can't.
I was listening as I was driving, and I almost called into the show, Leon.
Almost had to, bro.
After Muffy went down, I'm like, man, they need somebody else on here, but I wouldn't have had camera or anything like that.
But yeah. I mean, listen, it's rare that I have to dial it in before a show, but there's something that went on, so I had to make sure that I took care of that. But listen, I think we all know sleepers are getting harder and harder to find. So at some point in here, I'm going to slip in that sleeper store and give a shout out to someone who kind of pointed me in that direction, just to make sure that I'm shouting that person out for the great little nugget of knowledge they provided me with. So with that, are we ready to get started here?
Yes, do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, so I hate Derek Jeter. I hate the Yankees. I hate pleather. So this is all of it in one hat. I don't know who's responsible for this thing. What I do know, this is like Satan in hat form. You know, this thing's terrible. I don't know what else to say. This is my weeper. This is absolutely terrible. Would any of you wear this?
No.
I don't know if I would wear it, but if I was a Yankees fan, this might be something that might go in the collection.
Why the leather though?
The only thing faker than that leather are the gold gloves that he won.
The gift
right. But I mean, fake leather spells class, and Derek Jeter was all class. So
yeah.
Thankfully, cows didn't have to die for this.
I mean, he sent ladies home with fruit baskets and everything like that. I mean, that's a classy guy.
Yeah, it's real classy.
Give him some pleather.
Listen, that's about as terrible an act as you could. Like you send them away with a fruit basket.
Yeah.
You think that's nice, Leon?
I think
it's like condescending.
Hope you enjoyed your time. Here's a memento.
It's parting gifts.
I would use this so listen, every now and then my son takes Lola out and doesn't pick up after her, right?
Oh no.
What I would use this hat for, let's say I would take the hat, right? And basically I would scoop with the bag, and I would use the hat almost as a transition trash can for the remnants that Lola leaves around.
That's better than the Mia Khalifa. Have you guys seen the Mia Khalifa? She used her face mask and then put the face mask back on.
What?
Yeah.
Can't be.
Okay, that's disgusting. All right, so let's move on. I don't even know what that means, Leon, but that's disgusting.
She got caught using the face mask. She didn't have a bag. She took her face mask off, picked it up, put it in, put the face mask back on.
Here's the thing. I commented on Jason's post this week for ECAP Shitty, and I was like, you know what? This ain't a bad week. And then I saw this hat, and I was like, you know what? They've had a bad year. I don't know how else to explain it, but man.
You're not rocking the Arizona? Iced tea?
Bro, this hat, if it was just gray or something like that, it would have been a good hat. I would have not been mad at this hat, but why did they put the yellow on it?
I used to hook the can. Right?
Yeah,
Arizona iced tea.
Arizona iced tea.
Can the shit look like the fucking can? The hat looked like the fucking can. It don't.
I don't know. I don't even think this was their design.
No, this isn't ECAP City anyway. This was
Magic
sneakers or something like that.
Oh
yeah, you are right.
I believe
But
this
Shit
was
made this hat though too.
Oh, did they? Did they originally?
Yeah,
make
that's
it?
why I confused
Oh,
it.
okay.
But yeah, you're 100% right. I forgot this isn't an ECAP shitty hat, but this is a shitty ass hat though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if you want it, I bet you got it in a day though. You know what I mean? If you bought the hat, you probably got it next day.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
ain't even their angle. They usually get that weird
Yeah.
sideways angle. You don't see the whole hat.
Yeah, you're right.
They've been listening to the feedback, Leon. No more drone.
This is
what
an
the
ECAP City.
what? What
ECAP
is
City
this
angle.
thing?
So speaking of shitty ECAP City hats, I found
This
one
is
here.
this is ECAP City.
Yeah, it's called the Tearaway.
Oh, that comes off?
No, it's off already. It comes off.
Oh, I thought
It comes already off.
I missed it. How did I miss this?
It was on yesterday's show.
If
No, I didn't
you
get to
could
see
pull
yesterday's show
this
yet.
off and make your own, I think this would be a super dope hat. But
So the first thing that came to mind was I think it was J Tips was the first one to kind of do that split NY logo.
Uh-huh.
I was like, whoa,
Which is cool.
they took it to a whole nother level. They just split it right off the hat. It's got the
Dude,
loser patch on it.
Oh my god. Loser patch for a loser hat.
Yeah, it's got a tonal outline just for kicks.
Oh.
Like there's just so much wrong with it. And then the missing half part of the why. I don't understand who approved this. Yankees jacking
Leave the
it.
tearaways for those Adidas pants. Like what is this?
You ever wore you used to wear the tearaways?
Oh hell yeah, man! I used to show up for pickup basketball, and I'd be like the coolest kid. I'd rip that shit off and be like, it's time to go to town.
Yo, but my thing is though, wait, so if it came like a regular logo, but you could tear it away and it had that like dotted line on it, would you not like it?
I would still think it's a shitty hat.
Yeah,
I kind of like that though. I think that's
you
like cool.
Distress it yourself.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
because it would be dope if like each one had a different thing, you know, like if you pulled the Boston away and it had like a different, I don't know, like something like I feel like that might be, or if it was like partially frayed or something, it might.
You
be
know
cool
what,
concept.
Andre? I don't think it's a bad idea, but for me, I don't want a bunch of accoutrements to attach to my hat. You know, I just want I'm good with pins. You know, I've grown to love pins. I honestly have.
Mhm.
But I'm all set with like work around like the hat. I just want to put the goddamn thing on.
Hey, you know, New Era has a tough enough time with their stitching anyway. Most hats show up partially frayed.
This is probably part of the reason why they
Yeah.
dropped down to 25% capacity.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they can make the hat faster if they don't have to fill in the rest of the.
Yeah,
that's
25%
true.
less hat
Good
stitch.
point. Good point. Good
That's
point.
true.
Like, what's the next one? Like missing a whole panel? Like, what's going on? I don't know.
No, this is like a stretch. This is trying to get to a place of doing something different,
Yeah,
It
trying
is.
to be different.
right?
and
Like trying to
you
be different. Trying to
succeeded.
you did. You succeeded. I'm not sure many people are going to copy this either. So, well, maybe that other place. What was that other place before? What's the store that Munfu just had? What was
Oh,
that one?
Magic Sneaker.
Magic Sneaker. They sound like the kind of place that would do some shit like this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll see.
Take a drone shot of this one. All right, let's move on.
Mhm.
Oh,
Jerry
Road
Hill's gonna kill
signs
you.
in New York City. Red and pink. I don't know.
Is there a lot of
It's-
highways by Queens, Pierre?
I mean, you got them all covered here.
Okay, so those are accurate to the Queens highways, I guess.
Yeah, I mean those go. I mean 278.
All right.
I mean,
They should
I
put
get
subway routes on these New York hats, not interstate signs. I don't know.
yeah, you
Taxi
could, I guess.
cab medallions.
This
Yeah.
shit cool.
9A,
Jason,
shout out to
now
9A.
you're getting creative, Jason. I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's got the Subway Series patch, is that Subway? No, that's not. That's an All-Star Game patch, I think.
Yeah, All-Star.
Yeah, All-Star game, yeah.
But Jason, you got a good point. What if they did a Subway Series patch, right?
Mhm.
And
The
then
route
did
you
the subway lines that go from Queens to
Yeah,
the
That
Bronx.
I would
Bronx.
get.
Bronx.
I still
The
wouldn't
Bronx.
buy it, but
No,
I
that's
would
a
at
great.
least
That's
understand
actually a great idea, though.
great.
If you color, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That is a great
it's like
idea.
the map.
Because
Take
yeah,
the map.
because New York has those cool circle colored subway route numbers and stuff, and I think that looks
Yeah,
very
of
cool in the
course.
front of the hat. Yeah,
Yeah, but if you had a Subway Series patch on the side.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway.
All right, cool.
That's free
Well,
game for anyone.
either
who
way,
wants
that
to
would-
run with it.
All right, here's my sleeper. So I'm trying to find sleeper stores, right? So Cameron Jones on Instagram hit me up and said, Pierre, Don't Sleep on City Jeans, and they had some pretty cool hats. And I questioned him. I interrogated him a little bit in my messages. I'm like, "Are you sure there's still some left over there?" And he was showing me all these pictures of hats, and I went back, and there were still sizes left in these hats. And I'm like, if they dropped anywhere else, they would have been gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
instantly.
And they have a website. So we're going to drop that. Leon, when we do the description, if you don't mind, can you drop that into the description of the video?
No problem.
It was crazy because I went over there. I'm like, there's no way there's sizes left. And I went through even an Expos hat, and we all know how the Expo hats are just flying off the shelves, right? The Expos hats still had sizes left. And this was days after release.
They did the black and purple, ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the Pirates. That thing sat for hours.
Expos, Cardinals, there was a bunch that sat.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's going to change after this, right? But I still think as we kind of move through this, right, we continue to find these little places and help our viewers kind of find stuff that they may not have known about. Like, I think it was last week I talked about Hatland a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And finding some stuff on Hatland, pro image stores and direct messaging, maybe creating some Instagram follows specifically for some of these like pro image stores. But this week, for me, it's City Jeans. And shout out again to Cameron Jones for sharing that with me. And Leon, we'll drop that link in the description, allow people to kind of, maybe bookmark that on their respective browsers. But that's my sleeper of the week, City Jeans.
Good one.
Man. So obviously I don't know if this hat is still available, but it was for longer than it should be because I ended up having to get it later. But when I saw this hat, and yes, I've been in the toppers group a little bit, so trying to
he's
stay out
finally
of it as much as possible though, because
he's finally been paying attention. He's finally been paying attention.
I've been putting people on. I told Sean and Manolo, I was like, yeah, I gotta try that because that shit is gonna break your pockets. But this I think is the Greensboro Hornets. I don't know. This hat is amazing to me. It looks like, I believe it's blue upper, so it looks like a
navy and red
colorway. But and then even got the G where it almost looks like Georgia, but then it looks like Georgia Tech too, kind of. But I don't know. This hat is just dope. This shit is dope.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I've not really Georgetown, but
no, the Georgetown G.
Well, the G,
yeah, actually, it is kind of similar to the Georgetown G.
It is kind of
the older one,
Yeah, this is a great hat. I don't have an original of this, but I definitely have a retro hat club from like 4 years ago, and I like the hat a lot. I mean, it's a beautiful hat.
Yeah, I just snatched this one for sure.
Nice choice. I think minor league in general are sleepers. Anytime you can find a gray bottom minor league or
vintage logos.
What is that biscuit? The biscuit one?
Monterey.
Montgomery.
Montgomery. Manolo just bought a Montgomery biscuits hat from.
Oh, I got the cheddar bacon biscuit one.
I can't believe he bought that. Why did he buy that?
He bought that one from Sports World.
He's from the South. They like their biscuits. He's from the South. He likes his biscuits.
He is.
I like biscuits. I like biscuits too. I ain't buying it on a hat though. Manolo, come on, man. I don't know Manolo to be the kind of guy that buys a biscuit hat. Though.
Nah, Manolo be having good taste, and every once in a while, his age be showing with his purchases. I would like.
He'll have like some like really like obscure jersey, like that color that like no one would ever match, and then he'll just find like a way to justify
to do it. Yeah, but he has a method to why he's buying it.
Yeah. So like, I'll never find lavender with lime green. I need that. I'm like, all right, cool. You're the only one in the world that needs that.
Well, Manolo, I hope you're enjoying your biscuit hat. All right, let's move on.
All right, sleepers. Clink Room. Hallucinathan did an alternate to his South Beach Flamingos. They changed up a lot. I think that's gonna be.
Thank God they did.
That's gonna be a good one.
Was bad.
Yeah, and then Jacobo keeps bringing
like an emaciated flamingo.
Yeah. And then Jacobo keeps coming with his money series, man. It started with the Money Chasers. I was looking if it was in arm's reach, but it's not. But this is probably like the fourth one in the money series. So Next one, maybe he's gonna do corn rolls. I don't know, but keep it coming, Jacobo, with the money stuff. I love it.
Corn rolls.
No, coin rolls.
Oh,
Just
okay.
making a money joke.
Corn roll. Oh, okay.
Bro, we just casually let Jason wear a Shawn Michaels hat for 2 episodes of recording.
He loves it, man.
He
loves his shit, man.
Yeah, he's hinting at
Rock
the
Love fan, huh?
He's teasing
the show.
views from the top rope.
Yeah, it's subliminal.
He's teasing it.
This is
I love that.
no, it's gray. It's gray.
It looks pink from afar, which is interesting.
I thought so too.
That was the biggest complaint with the MyFitteds drop. Is that
no
8
Shawn
people
Michaels.
said no Shawn Michaels.
Oh God, relax.
I'm showing him.
HBK.
Heartbreak Kid, man.
Well, and we're also glossing over the fact that Jason is not an endorser of the money series from Jacobo.
I never said that. I just didn't like poop and money. This one's good. I like this
You
one.
shit on his first design.
Yeah, you guys brought it back from the dead. So what's the problem?
As much as you fought us in this views from the vault tug of war.
I didn't shit on it. He put shit on it. Money shit.
Oh yeah, that's a bar.
All right, so let's move on.
Yeah, this City Connect series version 2 from Boston. I could have done without the mono under, but yeah, this thing's still sitting. Full size run still available. I received it yesterday. And
yeah, I got mine too.
That embroidery is really awesome. It almost looks like a 13 when you look at it closely.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. I like this logo, and I hope other places are able to get these logos and do something with them.
Yeah, listen, I ended up picking this one up too, and this one is a perfect match for the jersey. Unlike the colors was fine on the original, but this is what it should have been.
Yeah, this is what they should have released it as. Just skip the original UCLA ripoff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, slipper. Oh, that's good.
All right, my keeper is the Tricks from Hat Club. I don't know, the colors on here are just perfect, man. I mean, it's hard for me to at first I wasn't sure. I wasn't feeling the cereal pack, and then this one really took me by surprise when I saw it, man. The patch, everything. This is a color for color, a perfect match for Trick cereal. And that T using that old school Toronto T logo was just a fantastic choice. It allowed for a little bit more colorization around it. And that was a perfect side patch to use too, because it allowed for you to do a lot of different things with the colors. And then it all set off by a green under and white guts. I absolutely love this hat. There were a ton. Listen, I'm going to be frank with you guys. There was a ton from MyFitteds too. I don't even know what dropped because I get the stuff kind of early, so I don't even know what dropped. But out of respect to John Jay, I probably had a couple that should have been keepers as well from you, but this was the one I chose this week.
The guitar pack was basically what dropped this week from MyFitteds.
Yeah, I mean, then the other my 1A and 1B. So my 1B would have been most likely the Jimi Hendrix.
You could tell you liked it because you wore it multiple times, I think.
I did.
Yeah.
I had a hard time, man. I had a hard time. And a little, can I just share one thing just so you guys are aware too? Yeah. Sorry. When you go back to the City Connect hat, the reason why that B looks like a 13, I'm just guessing here, is because the bombing happened in 2013. So I'm sure there's a reason why that B is shaped like a 13. That's I'm completely guessing though, but I believe that's probably why.
That makes sense.
Seems logical to me.
So for me this week, this was my keeper. This is the first time like Noble North hats have really stood out to me. These 3 hats, all of them were fire. I picked this one, y'all know, because I fuck with Seattle, but
nice colorway.
Yeah, but every single one of these hats that they dropped was absolutely fire. I would have got all of them. I don't even know if they're still available, but if they were, I would cop all of them. I think these are really good looking hats. I like what they did, and it's just different. It's just not your everyday. I feel like this is a neck breaker. If you wear this hat, people might ask like, yo, where'd you get that? Or what kind of hat is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do like this hat a lot.
His runs sell out fast.
I figured.
Yeah.
These 3 are all still available in your size.
Well, I'm about to flex and get those.
Looks like you have the opportunity to make good on your word.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm literally gonna order right now.
Yeah, that's this colorway. I think this color was the best of the bunch, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Too.
I like this. I like the yellow one too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
The mustard, yeah, the mustard's good.
Yeah, that shit is clean. This is a good hat. Though.
Mustard. There's athletic gold.
Okay. Fair enough.
Leon said, "Okay, whatever."
This one was one of them ones. Leave it to Hat Club and John Jay to take a logo that we hate and make
Not John Jay.
I'm sorry,
John.
T800 John. Sorry, apologies. Leave it to T800 John to take a logo we absolutely despise and turn it into a hat that everyone loves. This was I saw a lot of like controversy with people posting like the stock numbers and getting really upset, but this is one of the ones. I'm upset at myself. I skipped the first one. This is like the second of the two all-star jersey hook hats. But yeah, shout out to Hat Club. This one's a killer.
Yeah, that's a good hat.
And my keeper of the week, good retro minor league from Toppers, Tucson Padres. You don't see this one too often in the original team colors. So I had to jump at this one as soon as I saw it.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful hat, man.
Yeah, it is.
Nice choice, Jason.
Thank you.
Listen, really, really good. There's some really, really good hats this week. I mean, I know a lot of it's lighter than usual in terms of the quantities and what's out there, but there still were some real standout hats. And I think we did a pretty good job sharing what we thought those were.
For sure.
I think our sleepers are getting harder, but we're getting more creative, which is good. But there's still like some allocation wasters out there. And we're seeing a lot of them. I mean,
Waste of fabrics.
You know what? Listen, I get angrier now when I see a bad hat because I'm like, you mother
Wasted. Yeah.
You definitely wasted bandwidth for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You literally took allocation from someone who knows how to make a hat.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of using up your family's bandwidth with clicking pop-up ads. Just like, stop that shit up. Knock it off.
Yeah. You got a lot of
Leaving
shit
on your
going on in the
console
meat
overnight or
household.
something.
No, I don't. Trust me.
No, but
Listen,
literally,
there's
seriously,
$19
doesn't it give a
for
whole
3
new
hats.
meaning?
That's a good deal.
It gives a whole new meaning to these weepers, man. It's like literally making me weep.
Yeah.
Give that allocation to someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, like me.
We're looking
I
at
have
you.
an account.
We're looking at you. We're
I have an
looking at you,
account, but
Ev.
I have a lot of trouble getting hats. Like this is
We're
the
looking at
stuff
you,
you've been making.
Evelyn's. We're looking at you, Evelyn's, ECAP City. Who else out there? Magic Treehouse Sneaker Store. What was that one called?
Exclusive
Magic
been
Sneaker
kind of
Store.
bad recently too. I'm not gonna lie.
Sneaker Magic.
Yeah.
Sneaker Magic.
Yeah.
Capsule.
Nah, capsules.
Capsule's
You know what?
Mids.
I like Capsule. I like Capsule. They sometimes they miss, but their misses don't be as bad as like my thing is like
At least they're
kind
kinda original.
At least they're hitting like the target. They're hitting the target.
Yeah.
It's just not a bullseye,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They didn't fire backwards like a lot of these people.
Yeah, they're not like Dick Cheney out there shooting people in the ass when they're hunting.
They
It's like,
definitely held the gun backwards.
Yeah, the cartoons sometimes the gun. Yeah, the gun gets.
we're gonna call them Dick Cheneys from now on.
fucking
Anyone
hits.
who misses the target completely, Dick Cheneys.
I'll change the slide right now. Pierre, what's your Dick Cheney for the week?
We'd have to explain it every show though.
We'll just go misfire.
That would be heat.
I had a boss back in the day that said, I asked him, hey, like asked him how his day was, did he really, I'd rather be hunting with Dick Cheney right now.
Ooh, bad day.
That's why it sticks with me,
Yeah.
This old boss I had used to always say that, but
You really didn't like
All right,
work,
well,
I guess.
no, he didn't. And it showed.
It showed in his work.
You're right. Yeah, because for me in my work life, I'm always ultra positive. Like I'm just gonna try to get through it. This dude was the opposite. He woke up, he was just
Dragging.
angry, man.
Just dragging.
Like fuck work, fuck this place, I'd rather be hunting with Dick Cheney.
If
It
I
showed.
worked a traditional job, I would definitely. That would be me. I'm bad.
Nah, I work a tradition.
When it comes to that, I'm a bad employee. Like when I gotta wake up and go somewhere, bad day.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what's up, Dre? I'm not dead.
Yeah, Hey,
I made it. I made
Hey,
it.
you'd be lucky if I made it there to even say that. I might tell you that over text. You know what I mean?
I gotta be honest with you, man. I don't know, man. I enjoy working, man. You know,
if you like what you do, that's what I'm saying. I've never like worked a traditional like 9 to 5 that I genuinely liked other than collections. Collections was fun. When I worked for a law firm, that shit was great. Like I'm calling people and telling them how they owe Capital One money. Like, what the fuck do I care? You know what I mean? But shit, that other shit though. Hey, how you doing?
I think you're the only person in the world I've ever heard say they like working.
They liked collections.
Oh, collections is lit. Because the thing is it's like me. You know, I've been fucked up before, so I treat them like people. You know, I'm like, yo, bro. You know that you out here spending $300 a month on Newports. You know damn well you can spend this little $200 a month so Capital One doesn't sue you. And then they're usually
I'd hang up on you.
Mm-hmm. Then I'm gonna just sue your ass, Pierre, because that's what I did.
Another collection.
They hung up. Oh, you want to hang up? I'm gonna call you back one time right after you hang up, and then I'm gonna forward that shit to the attorney.
Luckily, I don't have that issue.
Well, yeah, but then I wouldn't even call you.
No, you wouldn't.
I would call you and be like, "Hey, Pierre, you're on time this month."
No, you'd be like, "Hey, Pierre, we want to offer you a higher credit limit." That's the reason why you call me.
They just want to get you to a point where eventually you fuck up and have to get.
No, they want to wear you down, man.
Yeah.
They don't want to take you to court.
No,
they do not.
More than what you.
They'll sell your debt to someone else for cheaper, and then they'll get harder.
They tend to sell the
collection agency. No, but at a law firm, it depends. Because if I had a good job.
Well, the law firm is where it gets transferred to.
Yeah.
So listen, so basically what ends up happening is they don't want to invest the credit card company because the cost incurred in trying to get this or get the money back is just ridiculous. So they just, all right, here's this debt for 10% of the debt. You pay us 10% of the debt, you can have it. And then, but what that does, that's negative for people that try to evade this sort of thing, is that it ends up renewing its life on your credit report.
Yeah.
So if you wait it out, it drops off your credit report. But if the debt gets sold, guess what? You just earned yourself some more time on the credit report. So I think that's kind of like the game that people like to play.
Mm-hmm.
So the law firm's probably almost the end of the line.
Yeah, it depends. Like for what we did, we were first party. So we actually were the law firm for like Capital One and shit like that, where it didn't go to a collection agency and went straight to our office. But I've worked in like consumer debt and stuff like that too, which is a little different because now, you know, you either buy debt or you're collecting on the behalf of somebody else who hasn't actually physically given you the paper. You know what I mean? So it just depends, but I don't know. That shit don't bother
for sure.
It's
moral of the story: pay your bills.
Yeah,
or don't use credit.
Yeah, don't leave outside
or
your
avoid
means.
the fuck out of them, and don't ever let them know what kind of job you got, and then they won't sue you.
That's what I just said. You said you would sue me.
Yeah, well, if I can't sue you if I don't know your job, Pierre.
You could, but I think it would be cumbersome.
Yeah, I wouldn't sue you unless I knew your job. Put it that way.
Gotcha.
Because that would be stupid.
Well,
moral of the story: don't get a job.
We've learned a lot today. Well, check. Right, Leon? You're like, check. Leon's like, Andre's saying, I don't want to get up to go anywhere. Leon's like, I don't either. Check.
Me either. Talking my kind of time right now.
Leon's like, this is like right up my alley, man.
Yeah.
Leon's like, oh, you complain about your job? Nope. Check. Nope. I don't have one.
Yeah. Nah, I feel that, Leon. I feel that.
He has a job, but he's an entrepreneur. But he doesn't have a 9 to 5. I won't give up. I love my 9 to 5, so I love mine. So, yeah, works for me.
And you do both. 2-stepper.
I'm a 3-stepper. Dad.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur. 9 to 5.
Check.
Check.
4. And I got number 4 checked off too. Asshole.
Check.
And YouTuber.
Oh, check.
Yeah.
Influencer.
No free time.
Everyone's an influencer, man. Everyone's an influencer. You know, when you hear that whole term influencer, right? Everybody who has a social media presence in any way, shape, or form, it can even be small, if you have an audience of 3, you're technically an influencer.
Yeah.
Sure.
That doesn't mean you're a powerful one.
Now I'm gonna let Pierre be on his own with that one, because no, I'm not about to give everybody a medal, but I know what people be trying to do, because I don't like that lazy influencer shit, quote unquote. If you're committed, you're committed. If you're not committed, you're not committed.
No, but but listen, anybody who has people that value their opinion is an influencer.
Yeah, but who?
Even if
But
you're doing it with
people
one person.
3 people to value them, does that count? Because
Yeah, they're
what if
influencing
those
somebody.
3 people are like people that they know?
So
They're
what?
still influencing.
They're
It's their
influencing.
circle influence.
It's
a
just still
circle
an
of trust.
influence.
Yeah,
It's still an
I like
influence.
ECAP City shipping though, you know.
See, you're
Yeah,
Potato, potato, tomato, you know.
And, well, listen, I'll leave everybody with this. I did post it on my Instagram once. Just because you have an audience doesn't mean you have strong influence.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, just because you have an audience don't mean you have fans either, for sure. There's a
Correct.
huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference between people
Check.
watching you and actually having fans, that's for sure.
All right. Well, listen, guys, this was fun tonight. It's time for me to wrap up because unlike 2 of you here, I have a 9 to 5.
We're entering prime time, baby.
Hey, U.S. men's national team playing in about 10 minutes. So,
For
Basketball?
what?
What?
soccer,
Oh,
World Cup.
No, I'm all set,
Quarterfinals.
man. I'm
Nice.
going to
That was
bed.
backgammon or something.
Soccer.
No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have that playing in the background as I fall asleep.
I wanted chess, and this guy said fucking soccer.
Okay. Men's
Hey,
volleyball is playing
Jason.
too.
Jason,
What?
I gotta wake up. I gotta wake up at like 4 a.m. So you gave me the perfect way to get myself to sleep. I was worried about falling asleep so early, but I've got my antidote
Soccer.
right now.
All right, cool. Good for you, Pierre. Check.
Wake me up when basketball
he
starts.
said check.
Wake me up when basketball starts.
It already did. They already lost to France.
Yeah, they haven't started playing yet.
Wait, America lost to France in basketball? All right, bro, we gotta go. We gotta
Yep.
go. We checking out.
They lost to
How
France.
the
already?
fuck you let French beat your ass in basketball, bro?
Beat
Big
our
Rudy
ass,
Gobert.
Andre.
No, not
we're part
all.
of this country
That's
as well.
That ain't
The only,
me. I don't-
hey, listen.
I'm
The only
baffled,
time I say
okay?
it's okay to say us. Now, Leon knows this. I never say we when I'm talking about the Red Sox or the Patriots. I never say that. I say the Patriots, the Red Sox. I'm there. I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Other than I'm a fan. But the Olympics is the only time it's okay, in my opinion, in sports to say we. That's the only time. That's my
No,
opinion.
I'm a foreign person. If we lost to France in basketball, I ain't from here. That's simple.
They didn't even have Tony Parker to kick your ass. What the hell happened?
Rudy Gobert, man.
It's one guy.
And now they're also blaming Popovich now.
Oh my god.
They're saying Popovich is trying to instill the San Antonio offense. It's like you're talking about arguably one of the 3 best NBA coaches of all time.
Yeah.
These players. There's a problem, right? Houston, we have a problem. If like they're losing to France and their first lever to pull is to blame one of the 3 best coaches in NBA history.
Coach
You
doesn't
think this is
take
going
the
to
shot.
go well? They're not winning the gold medal.
No,
Nope.
they didn't make it. They didn't make a basket for the last 5 minutes of the game. Ridiculous.
All right. Well, on that upbeat moment, we might as well wrap up for the evening. Leon, take us away, big fella.
All right, guys, drop a like on the video, viewsfromthevault.com for your official merchandise. Check out our podcast available on all major streaming platforms. For Pierre, Jason, Munfu, and Leon, we out, guys. Stay good.
Peace.
See you, everybody.
Peace.